Hey, I don't know about you, but I probably spent the first 10 of the last 20 years in this business as a serial goal misser. Like every year I'd set a goal that sounded great and sounded big and sounded fun and like literally never even get close to it because I was just kind of going through the motions. And here it is. We are at the end of quarter one. So of course we should be 25% of the way to our goals for the year. And I'm going to take a wild guess because you're human that there's a good chance you're not. Now, by the way, if you are on track or ahead of your goals, super congratulations, high five. In fact, respond to this, and I would love to know what you've done differently to make sure that that happens. I also know that the vast majority of people who are watching this are behind on their goals. And I want to give you something simple to do so that you can fix it now. Because here's what we do otherwise we don't necessarily give up. Although, you know what? Let's be real. Some people do give up by the end of quarter one. That said, a lot of us will keep trudging along. The problem is that we don't actually have a plan to fix it. We keep doing what we've been doing. We keep trailing behind. It's like this never-ending story. We don't need that, right? We need something simple, something easy, something fun, something doable so that we can get back on track. So I have a challenge for you. All right. I want you to use the month of April as your month to fix it. And I'm going to take a wild guess that none of you are behind enough that you could not fix this in April. Now, I want to give a caveat. I don't know that all the money would be there yet, but you'd have enough business happening that somewhere in the second quarter you'd be caught up. But the activity of April is what's going to do it. And what I want you to do is I want you to literally take on a challenge. Now, I'm going to suggest listings. I also know that some people watching this might be buyer specialists who don't handle listings at all. In that case, you know what? Go after buyer rep agreements and just apply the same principles I'm about to talk about. If you take listings at all, I really want to challenge you to focus on listings, even if you are in a market where it's more of a buyer's market. Listings still rule the roost, okay? It is what it is. It's how we get the best return on our time. So, I want you to look, whether you actually look it up, hey, 10 points if you do, or just look through the Rolodex of your brain. And I want you to think, what is the most amount of listings I have ever taken in a month? Okay. Now, if it's zero because you're still getting your feet wet, you know what? Let's not double zero. But I really want you to take whatever the most you've ever done is, and I want you to double it. Now, I know that sounds so simple. That's because it is. Now, if you've taken two, it would be 4, 10, it would be 20, whatever it is. Let's not get lost in it. How many listings have you ever taken in a month? And let's double it. I believe that that level of momentum would totally fix things for you. I know that sounds so simple. I want you to understand what this really is. This is you taking an opportunity to apply the power of a singular focus. I promise you, it does not mean that people will never refer you a buyer again, or you'll never work with a buyer again, or you won't, in fact, pick up buyers from your activities. When we give our brain one thing to lock in on and not 12 things to lock in on, you get stuff done. And I've done it in the past. I have many coaching clients who have done this in the past really, really successfully. So we're going to go for it. And when you pick that number, right, however many you've done before, do it times two. If you've never taken a listing before, maybe the goal is to take 2 or 3. Maybe you want to get wild and take 4. If you've never taken a listing before, I don't know that you want your goal to be 20, right? Let's make it something. The whole point of this is the goal is going to feel doable, but it's going to be big enough that it's going to kind of bring some pressure. And pressure creates diamonds, right? Like we like pressure. Pressure is our friend. Now, what you're going to do from here, and this is where we really have to be okay to be human, okay? And before I even say what I'm going to say first, I want you to think of a time that you have helped somebody, or think of multiple times that you've helped somebody. I know you felt better after you helped that person. The people in your database will feel good helping you. The quickest way to this goal is to reach out to every single soul that you've ever met in your life and have a very simple conversation. And this can be done with social media, over text, over phone. It doesn't need to be all one way. I would caution you to use email as your main reason, just because I know not many people read all of their email. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to reach out to our people. We're going to say, look, I have taken on a challenge and I'm going to do something that I have never done before. And I'm going to take X amount of listings in 1 month. So I'm looking for your help. You're always so great. You're always so supportive. I know you know people. Who do you know who might even be considering selling their home right now? I won't pressure them in order to hit my goal. I just want access to people who are actually thinking of selling their home. I'm telling you, if you reach out to the people in your database, you will have an influx of leads like no other. It will also show you that your database is there for you if you might be currently telling yourself a different story. That's where we're going to start. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to go through our database, and whether that's a proper database or it's a stack of papers that don't really care at this point, we're going to find every old seller lead that has not converted, and we're going to reach out to them. And we're not going to get worked up if they've already moved on or if they're no longer interested, but we're going to go to them. Then we're going to do any other activity that might get us a listing: open houses, door knocking, cold calling. I don't really care. You don't have to do any of these things forever. But if you went all in on one singularly focused goal for the month of April, you would create so much business and so much momentum that by the end of quarter two, you'd be on track to hit your goal. And some of you have actually never hit the goal before, and you would be amazed how beautiful it feels and what it does for you. So you have this opportunity to not only catch up so you can hit your goal, to prove yourself that you can do something that you've never done before, to help other people feel good by helping you. Like, it's a true win-win, and it's a beautiful thing. So I know not all of you are going to take me up on it, or maybe you will, who knows. Here's what I would love for you to do. If you're in on this challenge, reply to this email and tell me what your commitment is, okay? And tell me in writing, and I'm not going to stalk all of you. I didn't have time for that. And I know that if you tell me you're going to do something, you're probably going to do it. So tell me what the commitment is, and tell me that you're willing to actually tell your sphere about it, because it's the quickest way to get to your goal. All right. I'm excited for you. I can't wait to hear how you've caught up. Please communicate with me. Let me know how I can help you, and let's go hit goals.